The job missed me. Welcome back. I know I said my next video was gonna be May 2023, but I have a good reason. But I don't think you want to hear no excuses. So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown of my entire trip, everything when I got back home, and yeah, I think I covered everything in the video. I'll be chipping in certain parts so I feel like I left out some information to give you guys the best information possible. But yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, so you guys watched my previous two videos. That was the videos where I was packing and the videos when I arrived. But then that was early May, so now it's September the 30th, and I'm gonna be giving you guys a breakdown of my whole trip. Me know me alone. When I see a difference in my skin tone, don't? I was black in September, so you know, girl, that I work, you know. Every day I'm in a hot sun, I work, I make people feel like I literally just get back my color right now, but still have a little tan on my legs. People, the work do me bad. The work do me, oh my god. The work do me so bad. So picking up from where I left off. You guys saw me, I got there on the 12th, and my first day working was the 15th. No, I was supposed to get there from earlier. My first day working was actually supposed to be the 8th, but I did have issues getting down to the actual place, so I ended up getting there by the 12th, and I started working on the 15th. Well, I had orientation on the 15th, and then I started working on the 16th. So my first day going to work, I don't know nothing to go, but there was this dorm at the bottom of the hill, and the workplace was over the hill and like at the other bottom of the hill. So I worked at a water park in Tennessee. I'm not calling the names, but I worked at a water park in Tennessee, and they had one more popular water park at the top of the hill. That one was an actual like water park where you have all of the rides and stuff. And then they had a resort where you have one little water park at the outside, but nothing too tough, you know. So that's the one I ended up working. I got there my first week, and I didn't really know anywhere as expected, you know. You don't really know nothing, you don't really know how nothing go. But on my second, or I think it was my first day working there, I met another Jamaican girl. She was really nice. Big up Alia. Alia was my first friend there, even though we weren't really close. Yeah, Alia was my first friend when I got there. We never really close when we just meet her. It's really nice. She was really nice. She was really friendly initially. That's why I call her my friend, because she was the only other person I spoke to. But then we eventually became friends like a week or two later. And yeah, I got there. I never really know nobody. I'm kind of afraid and kind of not talk, because even though I'm very talkative when I know you, though, like I'm very talkative when I know you, but it takes me a while to warm up to people. So I met the girl who was supposed to be my supervisor. Everything give me a rundown of the job. The on-the-job training wasn't the best, because nobody never really sit down and like train you, like train you. Them tell you one or two things here and there, and you have to figure out everything else. So my first couple of weeks were kind of rough, because a lot of stuff I had to figure out myself, like how here worked or how there worked, and they had a lot of expectations of you to like know how to do other jobs. So my job was a cabana host, but within a couple of days of me being there, they wanted to put me on shift as a cashier. And a cashier is fine, but it's not just a cashier. It's a cashier for a milkshake shop, and you're not staying at the register the whole day. You have to know how to make the milkshakes. Me never know that. Me just come there a couple days now. Them did expect me to know. And it's like, how am I going to know? I'm new here. It's like, oh, take time out of your schedule and learn that. I never know you expected that of me, because that wasn't my job. But cool. Cashier gets better pay, so obviously me I go take time and learn it. People been me telling a story. Within my first, I think it was like the first week of June at this point, right? And at the place I'm at, the inside water park, it was just like a big pool and couple slides. And then they have an outside one where they have more rides, taller rides, one bag of something. That never opened when I got there because they only open it for part of the summer. They open it mid-June and close it mid-August, I want to say. Yeah. So when I got there, I wasn't trained on this place at all. Now this other girl came, she was eventually there. Within a week of me being there, she came as well. So technically me I trained she when me still need training myself. I'm just there 1 week. So one day they put the 12 of us alone to work. They don't put no experienced person for work. And somebody came and they rented a cabana. Right? At this point, them did say the outside one, them rent, da 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 da. We don't know about that. All when outside open, them never tell we anything. Like they literally just came today, said it opened, they want to go to do. So we went outside. We never know how to get in because they closed it off. They closed off the pool area. So they had some little cabins and they had tents. Right? So the people them said them rent them tents. So me and the girl, we did walk down the place, we walk around that circle, carry the people them go, and then we carry them to one of the tents, walk past the cabin them, cause the cabin had AC cabin them shaped like a houses, so we say, those more expensive, so more than likely I know those them, So we go open up the tent, we draw them chair, when we go, the TV now turn on, cause them have TV now there's something too, and the place full of leaf. So we confused now as to what to do. So it's alright, we're gonna get like a broom, we're gonna get some toil for them or something. We're up on the walkie-talkie, say the lifeguard them I say, them have some trespassers outside and them a cuss and I say them nah leave because of the girl them carry them out here. We have to run, go back into the place. Realized it was an error because apparently it was supposed to be the AC cabins, the enclosed ones, but we kind of got the tent and the tent part never opened yet. We did step over our rope to get there, but me I said we don't know the place works, so we don't know if that you have to do. Right, look about to go make people them trespasser. But I feel them fact, I don't never train them now transmit information properly, nothing. We never know, we literally just find out with the guests them. So the one regret I had about my job was taking a job for $9, even though it was a tips position. So on good days, yes, you do get paid more, but I wouldn't take a job with $9 as my base pay again. And cashier was $12. Plus they also made tips. So it was like, obviously I'm gonna take a job with $12 my base pay plus tips than a job with $9 my base pay plus tips. Plus it's more work. Anyways, when I just got there because I worked at the resort, the water park, the outside water park wasn't open. They only had the indoor water park open, and the indoor was hot. Like it was the beginning of summer. The place was hot, and then school in America closes later than ours. So I don't even remember when school actually started closing, if it was in May or if it was early June. But the $9 there, me did I get that for about 1 month good because nobody was at the water park. So how we I gonna get tips? Anyways, they opened the outside water park in about the second week of June, and the first couple weeks I was there, it was great. I was getting hours. Maybe I work almost every day. Work or kill my body, I pop them. But me I say, yeah, this is so nice. Me I get a little money, because the water park is open for the whole week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again. It's never closed. So I was like, okay, cool. And then in my third or fourth week, they started cutting hours. They started saying we can't work more than 40 hours a week. And then with cabana hours, our hours are very long. we work at least 12-hour shifts because we work 9 to 9, or we can work up to 14-hour shifts because we work from 8:30 to 11:30. So you know what I'm saying, them first couple weeks there, me I say, yeah man, my paycheck nice, my paycheck look good. They started cutting hours because more J1s actually started coming in. So I got there pretty early, but then people from Dominican Republic started coming. Turkish people, no, they didn't come yet. The Turkish people started coming a bit late, but they started coming. Some Asian people started coming, more Jamaicans started coming. So you know your hours are gonna cut back. And then they also said they weren't giving any overtime. So it was just a lot of people coming in plus no overtime. Plus the company overhired. They hired over 500 J1s, split between the two water parks, yes, but in reality you don't need that much people. Plus with those 500 J1s, they had a lot of Americans that they hired, plus other people that were there a long time. So it was just like, why you hire so much people? You're not giving them no overtime. You don't have nowhere to put them. Cool. So everybody was complaining at that point. This was like mid-June, because everybody come there to make their money. Everybody come there expecting to work, but we never get hours for work. We never get no overtime. And the workplaces, their pay, their pay just wasn't the best, you know. So you would expect to make a little money with overtime, but there was no overtime. Anyways, everybody was upset, as expected, because as me say, you come to make your money and then pay a hindrance in that. A lot of J1s left, because as I said, the workplace, they had their own dorms. I love the dorms. Me have to give the dorm props. You see the dorms in my other video. The living conditions weren't bad. My roommates were cool. I love the dorms. But I just say they also took rent. Rent was $90 a week. It wasn't bad. You know, it was like $180 every 2 weeks out of your paycheck, and then $360 per month. So that wasn't bad. The rooms are pretty okay. Once you have cool roommates, I think you have good living conditions. Anyways, everybody was pretty mad. Everybody was always complaining. A lot of J1s left at one point in the season. Even though a lot of people left, a lot of people were still there. And then on top of J1s leaving, they were still continuously hiring Americans. So it's like, even though you would have said, alright, vacancy there, so no, so me gonna start get a little more hours or stuff to fill in. Them decide say, nope, we're not going to no hours, we're gonna hire Americans. It was very frustrating, you know, because I think everybody goes with the intention of money me come for make and a friend me come for look. Me not friend and company, none of that. But that wasn't how the summer was going to go. So there was a lot of frustrated broke college students in the dorm and stuff. That was basically how it was for the whole summer. In like August, it started picking up because a lot more people left by August, and then a lot of the Americans that they hired went back to school. So, you know, them didn't need to give back hours. So it was so bad that at one point I was working 3 days a week. 4 days, me sit down a yard, not do nothing. I mean, me personally, not a problem, but me just I think about the money, you know. And then that went on for like June, July. You know, when season start peaking in July, there so me sit down a yard, not do nothing, cause them people are not giving no hours. And then in August, they started giving us back hours because, as I said, the Americans left. Them never really have any choice. I went from working like 3 days a week to like 5, 6 days. No, I never went back up to 6 days a week. A lot of other people did though. But I stayed at like 5 days a week, which was cool by me because my job is very tiring. I couldn't imagine do that 5, 6, 7 days a week. It was very exhausting because we have to out in the sun. It's basically waitressing. But like, you know, here we go to water parks. I don't know if Jamaica really has this. Maybe they do at the hotels or like the fancy dancy place them. But it's like a little tent around surrounding the pools, and you have the waitress that brings you your food orders, your drink orders, da 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 da, and at the end of the day you use your card or cash or do a room charge to cover your bill, and then you tip your waitress or waiter. That's basically what it was. But if the people them, if them want 10 drinks and all of them not order the 10 drinks one time, and them decide say order come back, order come back, order come, that was very tiring. People may burn out. The little sun burn me. You not really see it on camera because the light are shine, but me burn out because it was, the sun did hot. Sun of Tennessee hot, weather hot. I don't know the place hot so. But yeah, as I said, some days are pretty good with tips. Some days sucked. And in all honesty, we only made tips for, I want to say, a month, a good month. Like for July, June, that's when school just started closing and they just reopened the water park. So like the last 2 weeks of June, tips started coming in, but they weren't that good. And in July, things kind of kicked off and stayed steady. And then by the first week of August, things plummet again. Everybody gone back to school and stuff. So you only really made good tips doing that job for like a month. Good, I want to say. August was kind of cool. It had people who were big tippers, like they would have tipped you $100, over $100. I remember I had this bill, I had this cabana. All them order for the whole day, a liquor. It was like a tent. It was a big group, like I want to say like 10, like some men and their wives. But at the end of the day, it was just 4 men, 4 liquor. As soon as me got them drop off 4 drinks, them want 4 more, me have to go back. Come back, drop off, them want 4 more. Like that's how I was for the whole day. But I was cool with that because I only had like 2 cabanas. It was really tiring, but you know, at the end of the day, their bill was like 600 and something or 700 and something. And they tipped me $140, I believe. I mean, yeah, you would expect to get tipped bigger because it's like on a $700 bill, but I was cool with the 140. Like 140 was okay because I've had people who them orders not really high and them tip me $100. You know, people when I really order nothing from me and them give you $40. I remember this cabana, I had them, they didn't really order anything throughout the day, but I just kept checking up on them and stuff, and the lady gave me $40 in cash and she left $40 on her card, so I ended up getting $80 something from them in total. Like you have certain people that are just very nice and some that suck. Yeah, we have people look on you and don't want to get a tip. You have people look on you and give $5 and you're back and forth with them for the whole day. So it was like, it's a hit or miss really. Would I do that job again? Hell no. I don't like run up and down in a hot sun and serve people. Customer service is shit. Like retail customer service, I hate those jobs so much. Like the money, when the money is good, the money is good. Yes, but if that's your thing, if you're a bubbly, vibrant, chatty person, that's for you. I'm not by nature. So making conversation with them was really hard. So I didn't really make conversation with my guests. I just did my job well. Right? If you order something, make sure you order correct. If you have specifications, you make sure you get specifically what you want. Things like that. But chatty and sit down on life story, I worked with the same friend I was telling you guys about named Alia. She's that type of person. She can draw in her conversations. She's very lively. She's very bubbly. She made good tips when she did that job. There was this other girl named Chrissy. She was very lively, very bubbly. She made good tips when she made her job. When she made good tips doing that job too. So if that's for you, customer service, and you know that's your personality and you're going on work and travel, I would recommend a job like that, right? Otherwise, I'll go be a cashier and stand behind the register because I'm only interacting with you for a couple of seconds, give you a nice smile, you give me a nice tip, and you carry on with your day. No, back to how much I actually made. I expected to come home with like 10,000 US. So excluding tax and rent and food and any expenses, I wanted to make 15,000 US gross, like in all. I made less than 10,000 like gross in all. I want to say the high 9,000s. I'll probably just insert a screenshot to show how much I actually made. So guys, this is how much I made every 2 weeks. You can pause, really see. This was after rent was deducted, this was after tax was deducted, and this was how much I made plus tips. So it never terrible, but it really never as good if you have certain goals in mind. This one just basically I show you how many hours I worked, how many overtime I did end up getting, and they paid me a time and a half, which was just $13.50. It also showed how many card tips I made. So like if them left a tip on the card. I also made cash tips, and I want to say I made from $1,000 or $2,000 in cash tips as well. So in all, I probably made net 8 to 9,000 US. I know grocery and stuff is still have to come out of that. So I came home with like anywhere from 5 to 6,000. So all in all, I don't remember the exact amount I came home with, but I came home with from between 750,000 to just under $1 million. So that's not too bad. And then after tax and rent and everything, my take home was 7,000 something. That wasn't bad. It wasn't what I expected or what I wanted, because obviously you know you're going to pay for your school fee and pay for go back for work and travel and then have a little pocket money for yourself. But I didn't really get there. And my actual take home, like when I came back home, I came back with like a bit over $5,000 because I spent a bit out of the 7,000 buying stuff for myself, because you know, like, no say you work so hard for 4 months and can't buy nothing for yourself. So I sacrificed and I bought myself a couple of stuff. And then I got back home and everything. So you can choose to buy stuff for yourself, or you can choose not to. There's a lot of people that worked and they didn't really spend much because they had their goals in mind. People want to buy a car, people want to pay for this, people want to pay for that. This year I didn't really have that much goals in mind. I just want to make sure my school fee pay and this, that and that, and I just want to make sure I make back my work and travel money, which I did, right? So I wasn't too hard on myself when I saw that I'm not making much, because it was all out of my control anyways. What's to make me get up and be hard on myself, you know? And in the last part of August, I started being there more for the experience and not so much the work, right? I had friends. I made 2 great friends, Ali and Brianna. We tried to go out as much, and then when it was just me and Ali, I would try to go out in like groups of other people that we worked with, and we went to museums and we went to the aquarium. It was great. That's one thing I would say, is just like, instead of taking the work and travel as solely just making my money and go home, try to actually live in the experience, because these are people that you spend 4 months of your life with, and it's just really like you'll never see them again. So it's just make the memories, make the most of the experience that you guys will have. And yeah, everybody might want to make their money and go home, because on a good summer, if you really make 10,000 US, you only come back home at 1.5 million. And which job you as a broke college student can sit down and make 1.5 million in a 3 to 4 months in Jamaica? Like, there's none. All you have are your couple subjects and your couple A's and B's and C's by your college transcript, and that can't do anything. And then when you left school, no job not really out here anyways. So it's really good for say you go up and make that money. Everybody sacrifices and thing, but that just really wasn't my thing for the summer. When we see how everything start run off, my thing was more so, okay, let me try the best to enjoy this experience. I know so when I go up next year it's about money. When I go up my final year it's about money. But right now, seeing as how I've made great friends and I love my co-workers so much. Hated my workplace, but I love my co-workers. I try to go to them, try to spend time with them. We try to do fun things. We did game nights. As I said, we went out. And my company, my workplace actually gave us free tickets for a lot of the other surrounding areas, because they have like an exchange program. So that was great. I got to dress up and go out and feel nice. And in my last couple of days, I spent it with the people that I wasn't gonna see for the next 4 months. Yeah, my thing would just be, when you go up, have your goal set, have a certain amount. If you make it, you know you're good, and try to make that, and then just make the rest of the time you're there the best I experience it. What else am I missing out? I feel like I'm missing out something. So guys, this is the end of my video. I really hope the information I gave you guys is really informative. But did I try to switch it up like a bit? Some of don't know one bag of chatting out on the board, but you're probably bored anyways, got me with a board too. But the information is really vital, you know. Yeah, my next video, I did not plan to do another one, but the next video is basically going to tell you guys now the process that I'm in, because J1 done from August, but we still have things tax season, so we're supposed to file for taxes and stuff. I basically I just explain that whole process to you guys. I haven't really gotten into it, so I don't know what exactly I'm gonna talk about, but tax, they get back money. I'm sure you want to know about that, because me want to know about that too. So yeah, this video I go come about March, April. We can't really give you a set time because I don't know when I'm gonna get the tax back, but tax season starts now, and I think you get it back in like January, in like March, or I don't know people when we find out. But yeah, thanks for watching my video so far, and I hope you guys have a great J1 work and travel experience. Will I be going back on J1 this year? Stay tuned, I might have some videos for you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys all the successes with your embassy appointments, with your work and travel experience, and thanks for watching. Bye. Okay guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my last little snippet, my last little video on this series, and it's basically about the tax part. I'm telling someone that come back and like giving us some information when we file my taxes. So basically, there's not much information because honestly I didn't do much, but you're gonna see what I mean later on. Anyways, so my company, the company that I worked for last summer, they had sent out an email to us in like September to December and told us that basically for us to file our taxes we would have to get a W-2 form from the workplace, which is basically the tax form stating how much exactly how much taxes was deducted from your pay, and also how much you make, your gross salary, everything. So I actually used a tax agency. There's a lot of different places that files the taxes for you, so I just messaged one of them. I got like a heads up from like my brother, tell me say, oh, use this one. So the one I used was 876 Tax Guru. Yes, that's what they were called. I just messaged them. They asked me for basic information like my name, my social, my like an address in the US that may have access to. I gave them the address of a family member. They also asked for email, phone number, the bank account that I wanted the money to go to, the bank, and the bank routing number and the type of bank. So just information like that, and also the W-2 form. So I filed my taxes late, like everybody else filed their taxes early January, or maybe not early, probably like the 3rd or so week of January. I was waiting on my W-2 form. I didn't know that it was already on the system from like early January, so I didn't file my taxes until like February 17. I messaged the place to ask them to sort it out for me, and they submitted it, got it done and everything by the 19th. Usually you get back your tax return in like 3 weeks. So the company I used, they submitted the tax return for the full amount, which for me was $1,045. That was the full amount of tax for them take out of my pay. So they submitted the full amount, and I was supposed to get my tax return on the 9th of March, and I actually got it back on the 7th. So I got it a bit earlier, and I got the full amount Usually them say maybe you don't get the full amount. I happen to get my full amount thanks to the persons that I used. Now there are a lot of persons that file their taxes themselves. Them use TurboTax, I believe, but me no know of that, so I paid. I paid the tax people $50 US. That's the price I see a lot of persons who file their taxes for you charge. They charge 50 USD, and that not bad. You know, me cheap. Someone like spend it, but considering so them file everything and stuff, that actually wasn't bad. The tax agency that I use, they stayed in contact with me. Any like information I know them ask. Any like updates with IRS, they usually send it to me. The IRS login, they send it to me. So yeah, and I got back my tax. There's not much else I can tell now, because as I said, I didn't do the process myself. But if you are interested in taking that route, I'd recommend them because they're who I used. And yeah, so this is basically the end of my 2023 work and travel program series. A lot of persons have been asking like, if I will be going back up this summer. Yes, I will. I don't really know if I'm gonna post a whole series though, because it's basically the same process, but I will keep you guys updated on like, you know, job and just life for the 4 months that I will be traveling. But I won't be doing another detailed series like this because all of the information got in. Maybe in like a year, like when I go to my final year, I will update you guys, because I will be changing the company that I'm going up with. So when I do change my company, I'll let you guys know to show you like how them work and stuff. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching this series. If you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I do try to respond when I see them. And if you guys have any other questions that you want to know, you can just send your questions to my Instagram. Yeah, my Instagram is linked. You can find me easily. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful work and travel work and travel summer, and all the best. Bye.